Hello everyone, I'm Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the 2 plus 2 Global Pathway program. This is my project UDIVA because average isn't a language. So, the system began with one thought: learning software should remember progress, not reset it. And from that idea, the project evolved into something useful, which is UDIVA, because I wanted it to be my style and I wanted it to include whatever I wanted in this. इतना want क्यों कर रही है? Hello everyone. Hello everyone, I am Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the Global Pathway program. Hello everyone, I am Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the 2 plus 2 Global Pathway program. This is my project UDIVA because average isn't a language. The system began with one thought: that learning progress should remember progress, not reset. Hello everyone, I'm Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the 2 plus 2 Global Pathway. Hello everyone, I'm Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the 2 plus 2 Global Pathway program. This is my project UDIVA because average isn't a language. The system began with one thought: learning software should remember progress, not reset it. And from that program, the project evolved into an intelligent, modular, theme driven learning companion. So now I'm going to show you the user interface, that how I designed it. The design is intentional, dark, confident, minimal, with black wine, red and gold accents. Nothing flashy, but everything is expressive. Buttons are spaced for clarity. Typography is bold and clean. Buttons are spaced for clarity. And typography is bold and clean. And every element respects visual hierarchy. Hello everyone, I am Aditi from Chitkara University, currently pursuing BE Software through the 2 plus 2 Global Pathway program. This is my project UDIVA because average isn't a language. So I'm going to show you the user interface first. So the design is intentional, dark, confident, minimal, which is black, wine red and gold accents. Hi, I am Aditi, and this is my project UDIVA because average isn't a language. The system began with one thought: learning software should remember progress and not reset it. And from that idea, the project evolved into an intelligent, modular, and theme driven learning companion. Now I'm going to show you the user interface, that how it looks like. The dashboard and everything is designed by me. What colors I wanted it to have. I wanted it to have a dark feminine vibe, which includes this colors: black, wine red, and gold accents. Nothing flashy, but everything is expressive, and buttons are spaced for clarity so that it's not just a UI, it's the personality of UDIVA. File structure. Now I'll show you the file structure of this program, that how I went from one program.cpp file to 13 files in total. Okay, so now let me open my VS Code, and here it is. Okay, so the program started with main.cpp, which is the which is the where the main application loops are contained, and initializes the window, handles user input, updates the screen state, and decides which UI function to call based on this switch case. So if the UDIVA was a stage play, this file is the stage manager, making sure that every scene happens in the correct order. So it plays a crucial role. Then we have the next file is globals.h. Alright, so this shared application state. Here the global variables like the current screen or learning progress, along with enums that define application states. So instead of passing the same values between dozens of functions, I passed everything in this file, and this prevents unnecessary complexity and all of that stuff. Then we have themes.h. Themes.h is the centralized styling system. This file holds the entire entity of an app: fonts, colors, layout, spacing, and sometimes even realistic stylistic constants. By abstracting visuals in this file, the UI becomes scalable. At the design changes, I update one file, not 20. So this was the major reason for making this, as when the design change, I just have to update this file and I can change the theme every time I want. Based upon my mood, I can program it. UI.cpp and UI.h have the major use. It has around 400 lines of code, which was very difficult to write, but and had also had several errors. But yes, obviously I did it because I had no other choice. UI.cpp and UI.h are the control that a user sees: text rendering, shapes, button detection, dashboard layout, and spacing. Technical details include calling draw text with consistent formatting, then rendering interactive rectangles for buttons, handling hover and click detection, updating the display based on the current state. So, this is the visual logic layer where the framework, functions, and branding meet. Then we have save.cpp and save.h where the major idea started. As the idea started when I wanted to save the progress. So now let's see what is it doing. So it handles the file progress using file input and output. It serializes the user's progress into a simple format and loads it again when the program starts. So instead of relying on a temporary memory, Uriva writes progress to storage, meaning when we close the window, restart the program, or come back tomorrow, it would have our progress save, which is the best part. Now, my favorite one, aibridge.cpp. This file just connects the Uriva with the AI, which would help it to answer all our queries and all our answers from the internet without having to go anywhere within this program itself. Now, the technical process in it is basically the user enters the text, the input is passed to the Python script, the API processes it using the model. So, the model that I have used here is AIGPT 4, and the response is sent back to C++. The UI renders it as a part of the conversation, and the required formatted data structures, debugging JSON like responses, handling errors, executing external processes, and aligning timing so the interface didn't freeze. Now I'll show you all the features of this program. So when I start learning, Uriva saved my progress and restores it automatically. So this is the dashboard. Now let's just start with it. Okay, so these are basically all the topics. This is test precision. Here is a quiz for this, and the background changes as I told you. So let's move on to the dashboard and move on. Starts from variable. We have a study module in which we can add content if we want. We can ask Uriva. Now, I basically asked, hi, can you explain me loops in Python? So it told me, yeah. This was the previous chart that I loaded. Then I can maybe ask, who is the national animal of India? It is Bengal tiger. It can answer anything like overthinking that you are doing. You can get it cleared here. All right. Then we have understood. We can mark this as understood, and then move to the next topic very easily. So it basically gives us a user interface where we can basically have whatever we want.